Magomed Ankalaev lied to all of us.
Cause you lied about religious views.
Yes, I know, the MMA world is shocked as Magomed Ankalaev once claimed no takedowns on Alex Pereira. Well, now he has made a complete 360 and is now planning to grapple Alex Pereira the whole fight. Of course, I'm kidding, and this isn't much of a surprise, right? But does this even matter? But I also want to talk about Magomed Ankalaev's insane trash talk on Twitter and address the fact that it seems like Alex Pereira is on vacation every other week. Next week, UFC 313 goes down. You know, we've had pullouts at this point, but the hype is still here. Alex Pereira, Magomed Ankalaev, this is like a fight that I've been wanting to see. Maybe I'm the only one. I think it's super interesting in a competitive fight. And obviously, look, Magomed Ankalaev has been accused of being boring, right? I mean, he has had this fight, you know, dragged in front of him for a while, getting the Bluff treatment, waiting so long for a title shot. So much so at one point that Magomed Ankalaev had a claim on Twitter that he was not going to shoot for takedowns in the first 15 minutes of their fight. While you're at it, you guys can also follow me on Twitter at JackMMA, and also click the link in the description to join the Discord server. Magomed Ankalaev also said this in an interview.
Oh, it's Shara. I have a message. Don't waste your time trying to teach your student how to wrestle or grapple. He's not going to need it. I'm going to come out there. I'm going to stand across from him.
But I have been saying for months now, since talking about this fight, that I doubted this, that Magomed Ankalaev was probably going to shoot for a takedown for a multitude of reasons. Number one, because Alex Pereira absolutely obliterates everybody he faces on the feet. But number two, while yes, Magomed Ankalaev, and a lot of people pointed this out, doesn't necessarily shoot for a lot of takedowns, he's also never fought a guy like Alex Pereira. Like, I don't think this guy is going to come into this Alex Pereira fight and just, like, ignore the obvious and just say, yeah, you know what, I'm going to fight to my style. Like, no, this guy can grapple. We've seen it in other fights where he's grappled when he needs to. For example, the fight with Jan Blachowicz. But I've always been 1000% confident, and Magomed Ankalaev has now announced that, yeah, he is now planning to grapple, like I said, 360. Now that he's a week from the fight, he feels safe. He knows he has this fight secured. He's like, nah, you know what, I can finally let the truth out. I'm going to wrestle. And if you look at his Twitter, guys, I mean, Magomed Ankalaev has been chatting a lot of shit. He tweeted at Alex Pereira saying, this guy keeps traveling and he forget he will be fighting for his life March 8th. He will never be the same after this fight. Mark my words. Which I am going to address because he does bring up a good point here. He also replied to Alex Pereira and said, don't forget, I will make a copy of this, and it's a, you know, a gif of Alex Pereira getting knocked out. But the funniest of them all was Magomed Ankalaev replying to this video of Alex Pereira.
I go high.
You go where?
With this, which I actually thought was pretty funny of Magomed Ankalaev. Like, you know, he's been chatting some shit. The guy is learning to speak up, so maybe this could actually help him get more title fights in the future. But I've been teasing it this whole time. I have some terrible news for Alex Pereira fans, because Alex Pereira just posted a video of him and Glover Teixeira wrestling in the snow, you know, getting some training in Rocky IV style. And Magomed Ankalaev decided to reply to let the truth out finally, saying, I hope you're ready to do this for 25 minutes, which, yeah, with the 5-minute rounds, 5 rounds, 25 minutes is a whole fight, which means Magomed Ankalaev pretty much is saying, yeah, he's intending on shooting in the first round and keeping him there and keep shooting for 5 rounds. Now, as I said, I'm not surprised. I mean, this is the obvious route to victory for Magomed Ankalaev. I don't think he's going to get a knockout on the feet unless of something else, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But Pereira has been training the grappling, right? This is not a secret to anybody. Pereira has been ready for this. We've talked about it on the channel, the videos he's uploaded showing his grappling training, even the concerning video of Pereira getting taken down by a bantamweight. So the question is, does it even matter that Magomed Ankalaev is going to try to wrestle Pereira? The answer is maybe. It really does depend. But do I think Magomed Ankalaev is going to be able to wrestle Alex Pereira for 25 minutes, guys? No, I do not think this is going to happen. And a matter of fact, I think if Magomed Ankalaev thinks he can, it's going to be a huge mistake for him. And this is because wrestling for 25 minutes, it's exhausting, right? It's exhausting, especially at a bigger size like Magomed Ankalaev is, to hold down another bigger guy in Alex Pereira for that long without getting tired, especially at the highest level. Even when you look at fighters like Khabib or Islam Makhachev, they can't wrestle for 25 minutes. Even Khabib usually got pretty fast finishes, but he even gassed out in the fight with McGregor in the 3rd round and had to take a round off. He couldn't even grapple Conor McGregor for 5 rounds, and we all know Conor McGregor isn't exactly the best grappler, right? And I want to say this too, because I already hear the comments, I've seen the comments before saying that I'm trying to say, you know, Magomed Ankalaev is like Khabib or Islam or any of the other Dagestani fighters, which is not what I'm saying. First of all, they don't train together. We've talked about this before. But what I'm trying to say is just a comparison. I'm not saying they're the same. I'm just saying like how that style of fighting that Khabib had, they can't contain that for 25 minutes. So Magomed Ankalaev is definitely not going to be able to. And the similarity is that they both have a background in Dagestani wrestling, right? I mean, they both do. And especially that aggressive style of grappling, you can't do that for 25 minutes. But even more worrying for Alex Pereira, Magomed Ankalaev posted this video of him, you know, working on his ground and pound, which, yeah, is pretty scary if you imagine him, you know, in side control with Alex Pereira under him. Because, yeah, I think this fight is either going to end early for Magomed, or he's not going to win at all. I can't see him being able to wrestle out for that long and win a decision. He's going to have to finish Pereira. That is just my opinion, because we've seen before Pereira get taken down, even Pereira seemingly being tired, but then getting up on the feet, having the energy to knock you out. He did it to Adesanya, did it to Yuri, and Pereira is a dog. Like, there's no quitting this guy. So I think the game plan has to be for Magomed to take down Pereira and try to get the ground and pound finish, right? We've seen him do it with Anthony Smith. He got a ground and pound finish there. Granted, Smith wasn't 100% at that moment, but still. The real worry for me here is the vacationing from Alex Pereira, and we have seen this guy, you know, seemingly just be everywhere, right? I mean, he was in Australia with Sean Strickland, hanging out with various celebrities, literally dapping up Drake. And even though he has top-tier sparring partners on his side, like Dylan Dennis and Action Bronson, as an Alex Pereira fan myself, this does make me pretty nervous. You gotta wonder, you know, Alex Pereira has the most money he probably has ever had in his life, definitely the most fame he's ever had in his life, and all that stuff, and the opportunities, the parties you're getting invited to, the celebrities that want to meet you, you know, Drake's dapping you up after his concert. All that stuff gets to your head, and you have to wonder, you know, he's going up against Magomed Ankalaev, who is literally like hungry as hell for a title shot. Magomed knows if he loses against Alex Pereira, if he gets knocked out, this guy is probably never getting a title shot. Welcome to the GFL, welcome to PFL, I don't know where. Maybe even Power Slap at this point. Magomed Ankalaev's career will definitely need help if he loses to Alex Pereira, because yeah, I don't see him getting a title shot anytime soon. So Magomed knows how important this is. Magomed understands that he has to beat Pereira. He is 1000% hungry to do so, but is Alex Pereira as hungry? And like we talked about, you know, he can be taken down. He's gotten taken down before. The wrestling gap between the two is huge. I mean, bro, here are the people he is wrestling with.
You just don't understand who I wrestle with.
Who's he wrestling?
С кем ты борешься?
Ali Saev.
Ali Saev.
World champ, Olympic champ?
Олимпийский чемпион.
Призер второй.
Second place.
Whoa.
So I anticipate Magomed Ankalaev to get a takedown. I anticipate Magomed to even get a lot of damage across and for it to look kind of bad for Pereira at times. But the question is, can Pereira survive? Can he just close his guard? Make sure Magomed Ankalaev doesn't do so much damage. Maybe wait till the next round. Let Magomed Ankalaev kind of fatigue a little bit, and then maybe it's easier to defend those takedowns. Maybe it's easier to get up after that. That is the best chance for Alex Pereira, in my opinion. I really doubt that we're going to see Magomed Ankalaev stand the whole time. Can Magomed get a knockout? Man, honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised just from the fact that the takedown threat is going to be huge. We're going to see Pereira going backwards, and when we see Pereira going backwards, that is where he gets hit the most. He got hit by Yuri the most going backwards in their first fight. Pereira is way better on the front foot because, you know, he usually just moves his head back. If the cage meets his head going backwards and he is now still in front of Magomed Ankalaev, a guy the size of Magomed Ankalaev, it doesn't matter who you are. At that size, if you actually go and punch Pereira, you're going to hurt him, right? And that's just what it is, especially when you're worried about a takedown the whole time. We do have to take into account Ramadan starts today, and that means that Magomed Ankalaev is going to be fasting this whole time. Maybe he's going to ignore Ramadan. We're not exactly sure what he's going to do. I'm just curious how weigh-ins are going to work, because he's going to have to refuel after he drains himself. He can't just go until nighttime without water. But we talked about this in a past video. But like I said, Pereira's been working with the hardest of sparring partners, so guys, maybe everything will be okay. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Next week is going to be filled with UFC 313 content. You guys are the best fan base in MMA. Check out my last video where I talked about Sean O'Malley getting an immediate title shot against Merab. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share, y'all, and I'll see you guys in the next one.